I don't know why my tablet's not working right. It's got the same service and that. But, alright, we're here. And we'll see if anybody shows up. How y'all been doing today? We've got, quite an interesting day going on here, so. Hey, Brian, how you doing? That's funny, you're here, but it's, oh, there's another somebody else just joined, I see. How y'all doing? Been an interesting day. Got a video coming up on that. Now, hi Carl, how you doing? Got a video coming up on that, and I tell you, that goofy Ford Ranger, we've been, let's see, yeah, I got a list of numbers in that. The Ford Ranger could be here for a couple of weeks, unfortunately. What, coming in for a tune-up in, hi Carolina, man. I'm doing fairly good. I'll be better after tomorrow morning. That's when I'll have the insulin back. Hey Casey, how you doing? I finally broke down and started taking my ibuprofen and hydrocodones again. Last night I was in too much pain, so. Camper Mike, hey, hey there. Well, you finally got here. You ain't out 4x4 this week, huh? I wish I gotta get a better computer out here so I can be able to invite people up in here and have them on the panel like others are doing. Anyway, the Ford come in for a valve cover and tune-up. I talked to the owner this afternoon because after I won't destroy the whole video that I've got made for tonight. All I know is I pulled the intake off. Hey, draft shafter. Oh, hey, supper. You can't be late for supper. Well, the owner is making up his mind whether he wants a re-ring or a complete reman motor in the Ford Ranger. Yeah, so you'll have to watch tonight's video to find out exactly what's going on there. Mr. Ken Martin, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by, everybody. I wanted to use the tablet, but the tablet wasn't playing nice, so I'm stuck using the phone, and I know it makes a small picture, but yep, got this motor here's making everybody go, huh? Well, you say the block casting's a 350, but yet it's a 327, yeah. It was a 327 crank and pistons in it. And got that tore down. That's in the video too, so. Otherwise, yep, we're just lining up stuff to do. I mean, McDonald's for you. I'm glad I don't live close to fast food. I'd be in really trouble. Hey, Pop, how you doing? Oh, let's see. I think the last time it's locked. It says it's locked right now. I guess I should have started the live stream with it sideways, maybe, huh? Because yeah, I turn it sideways. Yep, roll. Yep, it won't let me do it. So. Baked chicken. We got McDonald's baked chicken. I'm probably going to have leftovers when I get there. Oh, that's the other thing. My kid's been hounding me about her. Oh, sure, Carolina, he won't share. But my kid's been hounding about her water leak. Well, I finally got a hold of their landlord. Well, the landlord's going to get me the money to go get the supplies, so I got a plumbing job to do tomorrow. Just what I wanted to do. Speaking of that, that means I got to get back here in the pile and dig out my plumbing supplies because I'm going to replace all that stuff with the PEX pipe, get rid of that copper, and make it easy on. Flip to the outer camera and then move the phone. Well, let's see. I don't even know if I can get to that. Like I said, I'm still Now, I don't even see where I've got the option of turning. Oh, wait, maybe. Let's see. Okay, that's looking away. Now let's see. Nope, it still shows me a picture of locked rotate device. So it will not let me. Oh, Drew, you're making me hungry now. Let's see. Oh, it grazed it out. It grazed it out. Well, it let me, okay. And it's still saying it's not letting me. So am I better or not? Because right now all the chat's sideways. Yeah. So I guess next live stream I'm going to have to make sure I start out sideways maybe. That might be my problem. I'm getting better at doing these live streams. We'll get them over to watch you, Camper Mike. We'll get you going. Just like Carolina Man, we'll get him going. Oh, that was Carolina Man that's me. Yeah, sorry. Chat goes by fast once in a while. So, let's see, what else? Yeah, I got to get the plumbing supplies dug out and fix that. And just trying to figure out how to get everything done and then kind of get this place cleaned up and ready for the next stuff that's coming in next weekend. Possible. Well, we might want to see your trains and that you go out in video. Yes, the pecks and the shark bites, yes. I love that stuff. Well, the 72 Chevy, I got to get that. I'm going to take that to the cousins, and so that way I can pull his seat out, because that truck is not fluffy friendly for me to get. I almost got stuck between the dash and the seat one day. So I want to take that truck. All right, see you later, Drew. Thanks for stopping by. So I got to take the seat out of that so I can lay down comfortably to get up underneath to see what's going on with the wiring and get that all chased and fixed. And right now he's got a new motor that's built. He's waiting to get it. And once he gets it, I think we're installing that for him too. So the 72 Chevy could be a long project. I know he's been trying to get it done, to get it put away for the winter, but if I can keep working on it and the weather stays nice, it might be a winter's project to work on. So otherwise, Casey, you wouldn't get me under your house. No way, no how. When my oldest was younger, I sent her under the house, and I stayed up in the kitchen, and she put the connections together for me so I could, yeah. And they were working, yeah, until we tore the back of the house off. So, but as she got older, I couldn't get her to do it anymore either. Let's see, the 454 is hiding over there. We're waiting for head bolts or head studs. You're not scary, Camper Mike. We're waiting for he's either getting head bolts or head studs for the 454, and that can get done. And on the like I said, Casey, you get me under your house, you better. I hope it's a mobile home and you got a tow truck. You can lift it up and get it off me. It wouldn't be good. Either that or I might get an adrenaline rush and I just push the house off. I don't know. So how you doing out there, Carl? You keeping all that sheet metal flowing through there? Yeah, 2 foot and 300 pounds. No, I wish I was down to 300. I'm a little. That's why I kind of backed off on the medicine, because I think medicines are messing with me, and I don't like it. But at the same time, being out of the insulin, finally last night, one of the guys I talked to finally got me convinced I better take my pain meds, and boy, it helped. And I'm taking 2 potassium pills right now, and that seems to be helping the feet. So, it's crazy. What else has been going on? Or going on? I got a steel 327 crank and a cast iron 327 crank now. I didn't think I used to be claustrophobic, and I'm hoping. I warned my kids not to call between 6 and 7 tonight, so hopefully nobody calls me. So if I all of a sudden disappear, hang on, I will be back. But I just have this fear. That's why I wanted to use my tablet. Oh wow. Huh. I ever get, I'm in west central Iowa. If you know where Sioux City, Iowa is, I'm an hour and 10 minutes southeast of Sioux City, Iowa. And Carl, I guess if I ever get working on my Camaro and start replacing floor pans, Nat might have to have you come over for a weekend. Oh, I missed somebody coming in the room. Oh, hi, Terry. There you are. Welcome for stopping in. Yeah, that's what's the plan, but I wanted to have the Camaro in here this winter, but I've been contacted by some people, and next weekend they're going to be down, possibly. That'd be cool. Hey, Russ, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. I could have baked that. Oh, Camper Mikey Bird's still squawking at you. Let's see. I got a good signal. Yep. Glad you stopped by, Russ. Been tearing down a motor. According to the block casting number, it's a 350, but somebody put 327 guts in it. Well, I'd probably put hey, you know what you need, Camper Mike? You need a wine cork, stick it on its beak, then it can't open its mouth, right? We'll step outside and see what it's kind of like last Sunday. Look at the beautiful sunset we're getting. A little chilly, but I wonder who that. It's probably my wife, and I can't get to the text messages. Well, Casey, you know where Cubby's is here in Odebolt, don't you? If you know that, then I can get you some good directions from there. Never did get this car painted. Okay. Well, sometime... Yeah, I've got you on Facebook, don't I? I'll message you the directions from Casey, or... Jeepers. I'll message you the directions from Cubby's to out here. Jeez. I didn't know that was a tongue twister. Yeah. Yeah, I lost my shade tree, which is okay. A lot of leaves have fallen. What's scaring me is they're telling us that we could have snow on the ground by next weekend. No. I don't want it. Not ready. All right, who's Sylvester? Woo! Whew, there's what I like. It'll probably... Gas station food gets you every time, don't it? That's kind of a pretty sight. I know it's a little bright for the camera, but that's nice when you get farm scene silhouettes like that. It is a little cold out here. Oh yeah. Well, last week I walked. Whoa! Last week I walked over and showed you guys the camper. I'm finding out one local gas station only changes their grease once a week. Now I know why it works like X-Lax. You can't see me. Oh, I got it now. Never mind. Oh, that'd be sweet. That'd be sweet, because yes, I am going to, with what's coming up, I am going to figure out how to either add on right here, or both places, and I'm going to start doing stuff in-house. And just like this Ford Ranger, I really don't know where I'm going to take it to have the block machine, but I will find somewhere. Got to. I can't wait 10 months at a time to get a motor back. That wasn't good. They can't get rid of your old truck yet, huh? That's scary. So yeah, I'm kind of figuring out, if I could get set up here and get the motor building going like I've been trying to. When you really think about it, shipping costs to ship motors out, or even making a road trip out of it, since I do the YouTube, would be great. I mean, whatever the person wants in their motor is going to be there when they get it. Yeah, it's out of your hair. And it's a little cold. I'm going back in the shop. Sorry, guys. Right here, I got a 400 crank. And if somebody wanted a real nice standard Virgin motor, that's a standard 454 4-bolt main all the way through. And it's not the tall deck block because it's real close there, so it's the standard block. That guy's trying to sell that one. Parts of the 396 are here. Other parts are buried back in there. Yeah, that's twin turbo 383. That would be nice. That would be real fun to build. Hopefully, if I've missed anybody coming in the room, hi, welcome, sorry. My chat pops up and goes away. That'll get that old 97 in your truck going. Well, Russ, do you want a true 397? Jeez. Oh, God. Untie the tongue. Russ, do you want a true numbers matching 327? Or do you want a version like what I just took apart there? Because the only difference between a 350 and a 327 is the pistons in the crank. They use the same, unless you got a small journal one, but if you want like that, that's a 350 block that had the 327 guts. That is, and no, I got all 350s right now. So yeah, I've got stuff I can make a 327 if you really wanted one, but I don't know how much of numbers matching you with. Hey, Roadside Dan, how you doing? Okay. Yeah, I can. If you want, I could look around for you. I might know where a couple of them are. Well, I know I can find a couple. I am very sure I could find a couple of 327s now. I will do that, Casey. No. I know you're not in no hurry. You got a ways to go yet on yours, Russ, but if you want me to start looking, I will start paying attention. And like this motor here yesterday, that was just with pure luck. I found that one. And I love guys that think they... It was kind of funny. I'm talking to him. He says, oh, yeah, they... Terry Watt, 377. I'll come back to that 377. Remind me of that. The kid, when I went to pick that... I will do that, Russ. Went to pick that up. He says, it's a 350. Then he goes, well, they had it stroked to a 327. Oh, they put a 307 crank in. And I looked at him and I said, so they made it a 327. And he got that look on his face like, no, they stroked it. I just knew right then and there. I said, what do you want for it? And he told me, and I said, well, I don't have that much on me. I'd have to come back. He said, well, how much you got on me? I told him I got X amount. And he's like, load her up. I not only got the block, I got the heads in the intake and the oil pan. I got the whole motor for steel. I'm learning I gotta quit telling what I get the stuff for, so but yeah, so I might be able to come across 327 that's running and good. And as the 377 you're working on, Terry, which way did you go? Did you go to 400 block, 350 crank and rods? I could, for what I paid for that motor, yes. Oh, Terry, I like that version. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like that version, but my 377 that I built, that thing, I had Keith Black 172 flat top pistons in there with a set of double humps on top of that with the Victor Jr. intake. Get their videos. Oh, you're not seeing my video right now? Am I broadcasting or have I gone blank? As far as I know, it should be working. You know, the 377s, I love them when you go the 400 block. When you put the 400 crank, okay. Might have to restart your browser there if you can't see us. When you put the 400 crank in the 350 block, we tried two versions of that when we were racing. They just wouldn't pull out of the corners for us. So, okay. Okay. JE Piston. Okay, we'll be here for about an hour and a half for us. Go enjoy your supper. Check my battery. Oh, hopefully. Hey, Freaky, how you doing? So yeah, I got some builds coming up, and I'm running. Well, I'm doing okay. I get warm, I sit down. That's one of the side effects. And today, like I said, I took my hydro and ibuprofen. Got the pain level down, but I know, and it's been a lot of water and eating very little. That way China, I hope they don't. if I eat very little, then I can keep the numbers down. So it's drinking a lot of water and pain pills is what. But tomorrow morning that will change. So. Hey, welcome back, Casey. Fast McDonald's, fast food, fast. Okay, well, no problem seeing me. I'd like to sell my 400 crank and put a 350 crank in my 400. Ah, modified, yes. There you go. Yes, I did a long rod 406, and I never got to run that. The guy I sold it to ran it in his modified and forgot to shut the fuel off on it. Yeah, you know what that does to cylinder walls when you fire it up? Yeah. Because I seen him, I said, hey. Oh, cough medicine with codeine. Yes. Puts normal people to sleep. It keeps me up at night. So, Terry, how far south are you in, I think you said Missouri? You ever get up here in Iowa? That Vicodin, hey. Most people it puts to sleep. Now, I have the reverse. It keeps me up. Now, Farmington, I've heard of that. Went to a Kiss concert once with when we were younger, and a bunch of us sat up in the balcony. I remember the first song, and I came to it the last song. The last thing I remember was like, Jesus, Grammy, who's smoking that stuff? And then I was out. I was done. Diamond Engineering, okay. Ooh, don't be hitting yourself with a hammer. I don't care if you're on Vicodin or not. Once that wears off, that's gonna hurt. Oh, come on, don't start messing up now. I don't know why it is. It seems like I gotta find the perfect spot in the shop, and then the signal stays good. Hey, Randall. Thank you. It's about the channel's about to change and get busy again. I really believe it, and there's going to be a lot of stuff to come. So I wish I could get to my text messages to see if that's my wife or not. Nope. Oh, okay, I got to it. Nothing serious. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't serious. Okay, we're good. Did I miss any chat-wise? Yeah, that's the only way. I used to be one when I got a headache. I either worked through it and then slept it off. When they made me start taking all this medication years ago, I really didn't want to. Hey, Patchone, how you doing? I probably said it wrong. I'm having a problem talking tonight, but then again, I'm taking my hydro, so forgive me. One of these awkward moments when I just run out of something to say. Okay, we're doing good on battery. Now that crank that came out of that motor, it should be a polish, but the pistons, I suppose when he broke whatever he did in that, the trash that was going through started rubbing on the pistons. But from what I can see, the cylinder walls are good. And I don't know what it is. He's a goofy ass cat. Yeah. He'll sleep in a box. He'll sit in a box. He'll sleep on paper, as you can see. That sounds about as bad as tonight when I used to haul the liquid manure for a guy. We went to move the spout, and he had a tractor weight swinging on a chain that held the spout down. We picked it up. All I know is my ring finger right here, the tip of it was perfectly flat when I pulled it out of my glove. And he's like, "What's your problem?" And I said, "Look at my finger." He's like, "Ugh." Yeah, so that fingertip really, when it gets cold, gets really... Oh, I just bump it. Yowza. What am I missing in chat? Come on, let me see the chat. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Jeepers, what happened to my... What happened? Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, chat just also... I think I'm caught back up. I hope I am. So yeah, I've smashed the fingers, I've routed the fingers, I've belt sanded the finger. This fingertip here I tried taking off in a crankshaft. Free spinning the crank one time in one of our race motors, showing my cousin, and I did it once, got my finger out of the way, did it twice, and I felt the thud and watched the crank spin backwards just as fast as I spun it forward. And when I brought my hand up, my cousin turned instant green. He's going out the end of the finger. I was like, oops, that wasn't good. I almost got that scar wore off. So, yeah. Got to watch where you keep your hands. Otherwise, Mama doesn't get happy. Oh. My bad. Oi! How long ago did you do that, Casey? Is that why you took your vacation to get out of here? Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, about here. Okay, okay. I used to wear a ring, too, until... My neighbor hung himself on the side of a grain truck and damn near lost his finger. And then when I went through college, I kept wearing rings. And then after they showed us the video of a guy reaching across and shorted the ring, and I can't remember what kind of metal it was, turned instant red and melted his finger off. I haven't worn a ring since. Well, the wedding ring, but I don't... Yeah, there's a reason you don't want to do that. And especially nowadays in these cars, some of the voltages you're carrying. Oh, I think I was going to say that in the video on the Ranger, but you know, you used to be taught to disconnect the power when working on a vehicle. Now goes. Jeez. Oh, I hate. You're getting the raw. Doing it like nowadays cars, if you disconnect the power, you may be lucky if you can get it to start back up without having to take it to the dealership and having it reprogrammed. So now you got to start working on cars with live power. Kind of crazy. A hot, sweaty day and your dad refuses to replace the... Yeah. Oh. Then your dad refuses to replace the welding cables. His comment is, oh, just keep them apart. You can weld. Yeah. The third time I got zapped, I got up, threw the cable down, went in, shut off the welder, and I said, I'll be back. I come back with brand new cables and ends, and Dad's like, what are you doing? I said, I'm tired of being shocked. I was kneeling on the ground welding, and I'm like, why is my knee twitching? And the third time when I got a good ground, yeah, And guess what Dad said the next day? Boy, does weld a little bit better with the new cables. My dad didn't want to replace nothing. He used it until it broke, and then he patched it back together to make it work again. But yeah. I gotta get up and move around. Hopefully I don't lose you guys. Carolina man wants that motor right there. That's a Chop Shop's old motor, that 20 over. I've got to get it measured out. Yes, my dad was. Got to get that measured and make sure that the bores are straight and everything, and clean up the deck. There's a set of heads, but after next week, I might be able to start doing some head work myself. And that's the Chop Shop. I know that crank needs to be ground, or otherwise just replace it. But like I said, I don't know how you guys see, and I got signal, but this is a 1010 327 crank, and it's in, I think, give her a polish. I'll know more once I mic it and make sure it's round. Okay, come on. Okay. Right. Oh. What else we got? Now back there in the corner, you got a 2-port injection, and yes, I do have the computer to go with that. Still haven't finished this lift for the transmissions or whatever. In yesterday's video, I got thinking, you know, if I make that where there's a hydraulic jack spot on that side and this side, I can flip that whole thing over and have a weight box or something back here sitting. I could use that to load stuff into the... Hey, Larry! Glad you made it! Loading engine blocks and that in and out of the hot tank. God, I'm having a hard time talking tonight. And I only took one. Allison transmission? No, I haven't yet. What you got going on? So I have seen some videos, I just haven't had a chance to mess with it. Because I know the Allison transmission, there is a wire connector issue on a certain year. Okay. Guy thought his transmission was out, and it ended up being a bad connection, and it's one of those things. When he unplugged it, tested everything, and then plugged it back in, it started working. And then he did some more testing and finally figured out, well, something in the pin fitment or something. So, yeah. Yep, that's what he had, is the one going into the pan. He said if it continued to do it, they were going to have to get a new wiring harness for the inside of the transmission. Yep. Okay, what was that? Let's see. Earl's 1 hour difference between my place and your place, right? Okay, Carl, who's Earl? Ah, yours is just leaking. Okay. About as bad as the gal that came into the gas station last night and about 3 quarts of transmission fluid for her Trailblazer. She said, well, I was wondering why it wasn't shifting, and they checked it and said it was empty. Well, the Ford Ranger, when I called him, I says, has this thing been using a lot of oil? Yes. How about antifreeze? Well, I hadn't noticed the antifreeze. And here's the rest of the story. You know, when people bring stuff to me, I wish they'd tell me the whole story up front. earlier. Oh, okay. Your phone said Earl's. Okay. Okay, gotcha. I'd rather listen to a Chevy Russ than work on a Ford. Like he tells me he let somebody drive his Ranger for 4 days. And the guy checked the oil and said it was out of oil, so he added oil. But he told him he added a gallon of oil. What we don't know is if he added the gallon of oil at once, or if in the 4 days he put a gallon of oil in the thing. Hey, I got to pay my bills. I got to have something to make me money, so I guess the Ford's making me my money. So that's why he says, well, maybe we'll just better pull that motor out and rebuild it. Well, everywhere I've moved that intake today, there is a puddle of oil. So the intake, that plastic intake, is full of motor oil. So I'm thinking we either got a major vacuum leak or some major blow-by going on, because he complains it's a hard starting truck. Now, the couple of times I went to start it, it didn't seem that out of ordinary. Oh, and speaking of hard starting, my 2002 Chevy started doing something new today. Started this morning, went to the kids, got back in it, started up, backed out of the kids, and she died. Went to 0 RPM, and it was just, like, what? Reached up, hit the key, it started again. I had to rev it up, like clean it out. Like it was like it was flooding. Okay, no big deal. When I went to go to town to get lunch here this afternoon, I hit the starter and it died. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Whatever it is. But my truck now. Keep the mechanics, yeah. My truck, it died 3 times before it finally stayed running. I'm like, so I don't know. And the other thing I've noticed with that truck is whenever it gets a code and I shut the truck off and I go turn the key back on after I hooked up the computer, it's like it's erasing the codes. So I don't know what's going on there. Oh, that. Thank you, camper. I'm going to check that. That makes perfect sense. Throttle plate. That's what I had trouble with on the Trailblazer. Sometimes you just got to talk to somebody else, bounce ideas off the... I should have known that, so... Come on. Yeah, I've had Ford, I've had Dodge, I've owned them all except for foreign jobbies. And my best luck I've had is my GMs. They're all going to do the same thing. They're going to cost you money no matter what you do. First on race day to the junkyard. And you know, they've done statistics that they have proven there are more Fords than any other brand in the junkyards. So, tell you. I got to do the intake gasket, so I suppose between a dirty throttle body... There you go, Larry. Dirty throttle body and the intake gaskets. Yeah, thank you, Camper Mike. I totally spaced that off. And you know, if GM's so bad, you know, there were those memes floating around about a year ago or so. They said, you know, more Fords are on the roads today because of all these LS swaps. They need to figure out something so they keep them all Ford products. But everybody's putting all the GM motors into everything. Literally everything. Fords, Miats, Toyotas. Yep. Yeah, like I said, I got plenty of work, and this is where I need to get Squirrel or get somebody out here to start running that camera for me so I can be doing the work and everybody can be seeing what's going on instead of me trying to do it all. But yeah, I'm trying. Unfortunately, I wish this would all have taken place at the beginning of the summer, Would have been a lot nicer weather, but I'm not ready for snow drifts yet. Yes, GM. I never thought I'd see the day that SAE sockets and old school stuff like that would start becoming obsolete. And when the metric system sockets and all that started coming out, I'm like, I don't need that stuff. I don't need that crap. Oh, that's why my, okay, Larry, you helped me remember what my wife said in one video. She says, you know why everybody's rebuilding these Fords and they don't have to do a lot of work to them? Is because they died before the bodies got wore out. And these poor GMs that you got to replace the floor pans, truck panels, and all that, they were running until they wore out. So she said that's why everybody's trying to build a Ford, because the bodies ain't shot because they never got a chance to get wore out. Blame my wife for that one. She come up with that one. So, and if anybody's come in, my chat slow. So if I've missed you, sorry, but welcome. Thank you for coming, stopping by. They never made it home. Oh, oh boy. I can see the dislikes coming on this one later. Uh-oh. Nah, they just... And back in the day, I know most... Hey, Canadian Wookie! I know a lot of people probably don't believe it, but at one day... Back when all I had to do is finish signing the paperwork, I would have been established as a salvage yard back in the day. And I used to have 330, 350 engine blocks on this farm at one time, along with transmission, crankshafts. I mean, I had everything. So then prices got up, and Ray Shop put out a call for motors because they were running out. I loaded up 22 motors and took them to them. Well, yeah. Well, you got to have... Well, see, I wasn't totally your fault on that Ford 350 because you said the brakes weren't working right. See, you still got to fix or repair it daily. Oh, and I come up with a new one, too, for Ford. Don't rely on Ford. Spelled backwards. So yeah, I've got after the 454s together, that's 1, 2, and if I get one of these 3 together, that's 3 startup videos that could be coming. And then once this other stuff starts coming in next weekend, and those are all redone and ready to go, then they're going to get fired up. And that's kind of why these people are interested in dealing with me, because they'll know everything's good before it leaves the building. Timing and all that will be set, and load it up, put her on the stand, and that means also my little engine stands I've been making, I might have to get somebody to help me make those storage stands, because if it could get the no, the 377, I started on that, had plans of getting things done, and then things kind of went sideways for a while, and they're starting to, so hopefully here soon I will be starting on a 377 for myself again. I love them. I like that combo. And I've got 2 400 4-bolt mains and 1 400 2-bolt main, but the 400 2-bolt main may be spoke for. So one of the 4 bolts I'll turn back into a 377. And as hard as I ran mine, I never broke it. I couldn't break it. So 817 block. The 817, that my 817, that's one of the 200, one of the 400 2-bolt mains, right? I was running the 411 blocks, which make them, and there's a little wise tail on that too. They say if you're going to do it, a lot of guys say they don't like the 400 4-bolt because they say it's weak. I've ran both of them. We actually cracked a 400 2-bolt once, and we didn't break the 400 4-bolt. It just depends on how. Hi, Bill. Yes, I am feeling okay. It just, my concentration and that's off a little bit right now, but I've been trying to drink just water and eat very little to keep my numbers down. But the 377s, I've had the 2 bolts hold up, and we've built some pretty good stout stuff with them. And a couple of motors we claimed when we were racing, because we got claimed, and that's when we started claiming. We didn't claim until we got claimed. And a couple of them we brought home were built pretty hefty, and they were only 2 bolts. So it just depends on how you put it together. And I think another thing makes a big difference is if you balance your motor. If there ain't no vibration, then it's going to hold up. So, well, hi, Cab 7. Thank you for making it by. Hi, 3D Computer Man. The 406 and 377, I built a 406, but unfortunately, I ended up selling it before I got to play with it. I don't know. Thank you, Cab. And thank you again for saying what you said the other night, because I tried catching your attention the other night, Cab, but you were having too much fun. Somebody reached out to me, and I will have insulin in the morning. So I got to remember to get that picked up first thing in the morning so I can get my numbers back. Steam holes, as long as you properly drilled the heads for your steam holes to match, no problem. You got to drill your heads. You cannot throw a set of 350 heads on and not have the steam holes in them. Yeah. No, I haven't been able. I've never got to play with the turbo stuff because I kind of a personal preference to play with the. Oh, did I miss him? I must miss him. Hi, 3D. I guess I'm trying to catch everybody who comes in, but I just have a hard time understanding why somebody would decompression a motor to bolt on accessories to make it go fast. But I might be messing around with some of that turbo stuff and trying it. Personally, a friend of mine used to pick on another friend. My one buddy always wanted to run everything on the bottle, and I was running my stuff on the carbureted. And I don't know. Just a personal preference. It's just one of those things. I haven't messed with it. Maybe ended up messing with it. Oh, somebody, I've thought about putting a 327 crank in a 400 block. That should be a twisting little motor. Well, that's going to be a twisting big motor. That thing should wrap right now. Oh, thank you, Bill. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, that when the nurse told me that, well, we got one pin, and that one pin would have made it through a day. I said, that's not going to get me through the weekend. That's not even worth the gas to go. She said, nope, that's all you get. I'm like, well, that's the thing. My wife did find a place, but it was still, we were going to be able to get it out of Canada. Thank you, 3D Computer Man. We could get the insulin out of Canada. It was going to be a lot cheaper, but we've just never had the extra funds to do it. But 3D Computer, I really wish those things existed about 27 years ago. The stuff I've done, the stuff I've built, the stuff, I would have the real proof to show what I've done actually worked. And it's just, I look at it this way, because a motor's made one way doesn't mean it has to stay that way, or the parts have to stay that way. Sometimes you got to step out of the box to do things. And I might have a chance to try doing what I done to a set of heads again and put it out on the racetrack and see how they do. As the one guy that drove that motor, he says that's the first motor, he says, I've never drove anything that's had that much power. But it's right now it's just an old man talking, and they're like, oh yeah, but I was there, other people were there. Oh wow. Oh, well, wow, thanks, Cab. I think you're the first one to ever do that. I just, thank you. And I don't know if any of you have caught on lately that I've been talking about these angel numbers and that's numbers that are doubled or tripled and start repeating. That's been happening a lot. And then I start looking at the numbers and I look up the meaning behind those numbers. And the last one I like because it said things are going to start tripling up. And ever since that one, it's slowly but surely turning around. I just, wow, thank you, Cab. I guess you got to keep the faith. And I know people don't like religion, and we've got so much turmoil going on in this world right now, but, you know, sometimes you just got to. I mean, you Terry, I don't know if you're 283, but I got a 283 here that's got the steel crank in it, and it came out of a Gleaner combine. Cab, oh, Cab, hey, now, wait, Cab, you know you're a brat, don't you? Thank you very much. Oh, Jesus. Well, that was... You stumped me now, buddy. You stumped me. Oh, yes. I finally got smart on my, I know, Cab. Thank you. You know, I've been having trouble getting hooked up to this. I finally figured out I got a spare gauge set. And what I got to do, the spare gauge set, I got to pull the other one of those out, put it in that machine, then my hoses will work. Cab, thank you. Thank you very much, buddy. Just, that's not what tonight's about, but thank you. Yeah, I got parts and everything hiding in here, and books. Books are a big plus. And I seen last week's live feed. I did. I talked about this. Thanks, guys. I talked about that. Somebody said they found this power catalog on Amazon or eBay. I was like, what happened? It's the light up above. So I guess I was going to tell you guys if anybody else is looking for that power book, because that's got a lot of info in it. And oh, and Terry, hey, did you also know if you take that same 283 crank, and if it's a small journal 283 crank, you'd have to use the rods, and then get the 302 Chevy pistons, you can actually build yourself a 302 Chevrolet motor. Well, my wife and I want to help the world, but at the same time, you know you can't help everybody. I mean, we have moved people in with us. And taken in people, and we've given, a couple of years ago, there was, yes, that's, Terry, you've been reading my mind, because I was thinking about doing that with my 283. Put a set of Vortex heads on it, and put a old style flywheel, and then you could stick it in a new style truck, and hook all the Vortex stuff up, and nobody'd know the difference. We gave total strangers, they were going through this county once, and when we went up, we seen the cops talking to them. When we got back, they hadn't gotten very far, and we asked them if they needed a ride. They said, yeah, we need to get out of here. You guys ain't too friendly around here. They were having a hard time getting through, and yeah, Camper Mike, you're right. That's unfortunate. That's the way I've been kind of feeling lately myself. Anyway, they said, "Oh, just get us to the next town." I said, "Well, where are you guys trying to go?" And they said, "Well, we're trying to get back to the south." They come up here for work during the summer, and then they travel back south. And I said, "Well, where you?" And he said, "Well, we'll see how." We took them an hour south here, and got them out of our county and got them into the city where they could get to their place they were going to stay that night. So, yeah. And that's where I get in trouble, and that's where it's been kind of hard for me to play hardball over these people not paying or getting the money to me for the repairs. So, but it's getting easier. It's getting easier. I got to understand you got to play hardball sometimes. So, so yeah, we got plenty of stuff to do, and was hoping to get a slab poured and get us. Otherwise, I'd like to find a shipping container. Need a train to crash close going through. Pick up one of the shipping containers. Well, you didn't miss too much. Cab 7. Sorry. Cab 7. Yes, Terry, you are. Cab 7 was very nice, and Cab, yeah, just and that's where yeah. Um She I lost my train of thought. Darn it. I hate when I do this, especially when it's live. I can't recover. I just can't hit delete and redo it over again. It's already out there. You already seen I messed up. Oh, and there's yeah, okay, Brian, yeah. And there is another motor in the works. I'm trying to get involved with the car club across the border, the good border up there in Canada, and I come up with an idea one night, and we're trying to find the sponsors and that. I want to do up a motor, a complete Chevrolet motor, and I can't give all the details yet, but the motor's going to be probably raffled off, or somebody from the car club's going to get a nice new motor built by me, is what we're trying to shoot for next year. So, and I said, well, what better way of showing how my motors run if you got somebody up there that puts it in their car and runs it and loves it? Because, you know, I wouldn't mind setting up and staying here in Iowa, setting up and just building motors and shipping them. So there's stuff I've been trying to do to get everything back on track and try to get more work, and I might have found a way of getting my hands on a block honing station. It pays. It's comes down to it's who you know and who they know, and the guy I just met knows the guy that makes them, and he says every once in a while he screws up one. It'll work, but it's not good enough for sale. So if I can get a second-hand machine like that hey, works, I'll take it. And so, and like I told these people that I'm talking to, I'm not worried about having a crankshaft grinder myself, because crankshafts are getting to the point where they're cheap enough you can almost buy a brand new one cheaper than you can turn one of these old ones. The only reason you'd almost want to turn one of these old ones anymore is if you had a numbers matching car and you wanted to keep it all original. That's about the only time it's going to be is you want to grind a crankshaft now. And as for heads, the head work, I kind of will have access. I haven't thought that far ahead on that yet on the 283. The head work I could do, but there again, you can buy a brand new set of heads almost cheaper than you can rebuild your old set. So if I can get it to where I can recondition the rods, install the pistons myself, and bore and hone the blocks and do minor head work, I think that will take care of a lot of my problems. Oh, that's right, Larry. I forgot all about that. I forgot all about you having that trouble that time. Yeah, that's dirty. And see, I like sleeping at night. I got a conscience. I mean, there's when. Uh-oh. No. Come on. This ain't happening. Might get a little dark for a little bit. I'm going to see if this thing's going to charge or otherwise. Okay, let's see if it's charging. It says it's charging. I hope it is. And I hate to tell you guys, sometimes my phone will charge and sometimes it won't. So I'm hoping it's charging. It's up by Ottawa, Carl. Yeah, you heard the battery. And I hate to say, if all of a sudden I go dead and gone, that's because my battery died on the phone. I guess I'm going to have to look into getting a good camera, get my desktop set up out here, and get the internet working here. And oh, nice. That would be nice. Let me see. I got you guys. I know it's dark over here. I'm just going to lay you guys down for a second. I can't do it. I want to shed a little light over here. There. There we go. Now it's not so dark. There we go. So yeah, I've got... That's not bad for a set of heads like... Wow. That's not bad at all. See, that's what I mean. You almost can't work on an old set of heads anymore and have it be cost effective. So that's where I'm like, if I can, like I said, recon the rods and bore and hone the blocks, that will help me out a lot here. And it'll keep us going. What else can we do over here? I don't know if any of you have ever tried the Harbor Freight parts rattler. It does. Those work. I got 2 of them. Got them set up with different grits, and boy, it's helped a lot of my bolts, valve cover bolts, and that I cleaned. I've got a container right here. Let's see. Yeah. Well, you guys can't see it. The cord's too short. Yes, those Harbor Freight ones. Nope, it's not. Okay, come on. Oh, I pulled the cord out, so I guess I better quit moving around. Sorry. You know, oh, there it is. Oh, wow, we've been going an hour and 12 minutes already. Well, the machinist, the machinist I was using, it was supposed to be $8 a hole, or was it $8 or $10 a hole for bore and hone, but when the bill comes, it's nothing. I mean, it's kind of turned into it's supposed to be one price, and when you get the bill, it's totally different. But that's what's driving me towards setting up and starting to do this stuff in-house. I mean, right now I've got 20 to 25 motors sitting around this farm again. Most of them are stacked in that corner. I've got 1, 2, maybe 3 more outside I gotta get in yet before it gets cold. Yeah. So, yeah. What else? I sure appreciate everybody coming by tonight so far. It's been a fun night. I think this... I told Mama Bear that I wanted her to come out, but she had to work tonight. Otherwise, she would have probably been here with us. When we would have had a phone, she could have had her phone charged up, and I could have taken a brief intermission, come back, and started another live stream, because... Yep, Carolina, that's fine. I could have started a live stream, because Mama Bear never burns up her data. She never uses it. Now me, tonight, probably going to finish off my data, because I see I forgot to turn a couple of apps off, so I'm probably burned up my data again. If not, I hope not, because we got one more Sunday to go for the month. 'Cause I think that's what I'm going to try and do is Sunday nights we'll do a live stream and keep things going. And you know, I really, no, on the other good side, all the positive feedback and all you guys that get a hold of me and private message me and that and tell me, you know, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be back in the shop. I wouldn't be doing this, and I wouldn't be working on my projects. And, you know, I guess in a way, I didn't think I was doing that much difference out there, but I guess I have. You can get, oh, how far south of Missouri are you? Oh, shut up, phone. I'll drive down. That's all he's charging, the 0 deck of block and board. I'll drive down there. I'll get some money saved up and bring a bunch of blocks down and have them do them all in one shot. Dang it, what was I saying? I lost what I was saying. Anyway. Oh, and I don't know if they're going to, probably not. You guys really ain't going to see them, but there's Russ WR, Mach 1, Drive Shaft Drew, Matt the 88, Cantana 600. Larry, you're up there. But for some reason, Larry, you're not sticking very well. And then Luby Vlogs and Cab 7, if you're still in here, I got yours. I gotta get you stuck up there. I just haven't done that for you yet. So I did get your decal, especially after you have the block shot peened. Yes, Larry learned that the hard way. That's one thing I've wanted to say too. Is if you ever have your block shot peened at a machine shop. No, I don't think you've sent me a decal yet, bud. Or what did you... Oh, no, you just sent me the package. That's right. Yeah, you didn't send me a decal. What Larry learned the hard way was when you shot peen the block, the machine shop forgets to hone your lifter bores for you. You can't put your lifters in. And that was one thing I never thought of either until that happened to him. Most of the guys I deal with still dip the tank so there's no shot peening. They just acid bath everything and clean it that way, but that's fine, Carolina. Yep. I've got, well, I don't know if you guys will see them with all the backlight. I got the little lifter bore berry brush right up there and the cylinder ball hone up there. And I've actually got yeah, I looked up one day, Larry, and I seen it was starting to peel off. I was like, uh-oh. And I got the actual hone now. Let's see. I'll let you guys sit here for a second, if I can get you to sit. All right. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right, you guys are there. Yeah, sure. I want to go show you guys, and I ain't running horse. Oh, I can't horse now. I knew where it was at. Maybe I won't show you guys. What did I do with that? Anyway, it's the one that you put down in and you screw out, and it's got the stones and the wipers in it. I got it from Chop Shop. So I don't know where that went right now. I knew I put a bunch of stuff up. I didn't think I moved that. Evidently I did. So, yeah, let's see. Have I missed any chat? Oh, am I still broadcasting or have I died? Yeah, Dingle Baller, yep. like I said, I got the good one from Chop Shop, and been laying there ever since I got it. Put the new stones in it. Now I don't know where. Okay. I seen somebody said we lost him. Thanks for stopping by, Carl. Yeah, I think here in about 10 minutes I'll probably wrap her up, and that because I'm kind of getting a little stumped here, and the battery's giving me fits now. And but thanks again, Carl, for your messages and your chats and everything. And I thank everybody. I'm not trying to single anybody out. I really appreciate all of you. And truthfully, some days, if it wasn't for you guys out there, I don't know if I could keep going. And I have. So that's all we can do. And like I say, each day is a new day to try and improve. And it's a new chance for everything. Okay, Terry, did you answer? How far south are you in Missouri? Is what if you answer me, sorry, I missed the message. Thank you, Cab. Like I said, your video coming up for your decal. I got it. Actually, I think it's laying right over. Yeah. It's probably laying with my cylinder home. Well, nope, I think it's right. Aha! There it is. Yep. Yep, Cab, if you're still here. There you go, there's Cab Sevens. He's a funny guy. He's fun to watch. And if you're feeling down, go watch some of his skits. He does some pretty funny skits. So, yep. There you go, Cab, if you're still here. If not, you'll... Farmington. Oh, yeah, you did say Farm. Oh, down there about St. Louis. I'm glad you were there here yet, Cab. Well, thank you for tonight, too. You didn't have to do that, and I thank you very much. You know what? While I'm thinking of it, I want to stick Cab up here right above Larry before I forget it again. But Larry, Cab's going to be over the top of you for right now. Actually, I put him over Midlife Crisis and Larry. There we go. Yep. Just before I quit the live stream, I'll show that there again, and I try to treat others like I'd like to be treated, and I know some days it's hard to do, but you got to bite your tongue and just be the better person in the end. We got too much hate going on in this world right now. I see your comments, Canadian work. What? Tongue's getting tied up. See, this is where if I had others, I gotta get a better setup so I can, like, if Cab 7 or anybody who ever wanted to come up on a panel, we could actually get up on there, and you wouldn't have to all listen to just me to sit here and rattle my mouth. But I guess it gets funny once in a while when I get stumped and forget what I'm talking about, though, huh? So yeah, I guess tomorrow's going to be a busy day. Got to go pick up my insulin, go get plumbing supplies, and be a plumber for tomorrow. Super chat, what that is what Cab 7 done. That's where you click on, and that's how you. Really hard to read a small screen. Yes. Well, my computer at home, I can read that just fine, but right out here, Super Chat, Carolina, that's where you click on it, and that's how Cab made a donation. That's what that is. I haven't, I don't promote it. It was a function that was able to be turned on because I've reached another goal with YouTube, and that was another thing that was enabled that I could use, and I just turned it on, and if people wanted to use it, they used it. And I just, it's there. That's all I would say, and I ain't bringing attention to it. Now that's a heck of a combo: football, pizza, and listen to me talk. Now that's a hell of a night, huh? Oh, and yesterday I done something I ain't done all year. I actually watched a race. It was kind of nice to watch the race yesterday, and to see a 22-year-old get his first win at Kansas City. That was cool. Oh, did I? Okay, why did my chat then? Boy, that's another thing that's popped in my head. They are saying that we're going to have cold temps this week. That means I got to get the pressure washers emptied. Richmond International. Oh, wow. Okay. Excuse me. Well, yeah, I've kind of been... Well, I was involved with racing for... Thank you, Terry. I was involved with racing for 12 to 14 years. I can't remember how long it was. And I guess I'm about ready to get back in it. All right, Carl. You take care. Keep up the good body work. And like I said, maybe when I get ready to work on the Camaro, might have to have you come over and help me. Get that 79 Z28 put together yet for the wife so she can enjoy it. I was outside Daytona back 92, just before Hurricane Andrew went through. That's the closest I've been to Daytona. I've seen it from the outside. Didn't realize how tall those turns were until I seen it in person. It's like, holy moly. I seen something about where they were asking if they should be putting more dirt track racing on TV. I did see that, so maybe, Terry, it might be coming. I don't remember where I seen that or what article it was, but burning camper, you burned up your data? That's not good, camper. Yeah. So there might be some dirt track racing getting broadcast. That'd be sweet. And after next week, and I'll know more of what I can say and what I can't say. Yep. We need more racing and less fighting, that's for sure. And I've seen a couple of videos where guys have gone berserk and parked their car on top of one another and started fist fight at racings. Dirt nights? No, I'll look that up tonight. I'll look that up. Okay. You know what? That's the only thing I hate about these live feeds you don't get to see the comments here, so I better make it dirt nights. All right. Well, everybody, we just passed the hour-and-a-half mark, and I got a video to go home and upload yet for you guys tonight. And I probably should text my wife and let her know I'm okay. Yeah, leave the fist fights in the hockey. So, well, everybody, I sure enjoyed tonight with you all, and thank everybody for stopping by. Okay, I'll check those out, Camper Mike. I should say Camper Mike instead of Camper, but I thank all of you. Like I said, hopefully things are finally changing around here for the better. And as we all know, that my little stint of trying to go to work, I thought I was going to lose my legs with that one. I'm not doing that again. Okay, Mike. I'm not going to do that again. So, and I seen another. I'll finish on this. I seen another YouTuber. Somebody said, "Well, why don't you go to work for company or something?" And he says, "Well, you know, I broke my back 3 times." He says, "I can't do the demanding job, but he says I can work for myself." He says, "I know my limits. I know when I got to sit down." He says, "I know when I got to take a break." So you ain't working yourself to the death. So that's what I'm trying to do here. And so that's what I'm trying to do. And like I said, well, Terry, if everything works out, yes, that's what's going to be going on. Which I'll have to be careful when I'm doing those videos on those motors and that. I can't, and probably won't say who they are for, because that wouldn't be fair to them. So, yes, I'm hoping to get back involved with racing, and it could be all 3 classes: hobby stock, street stock, and modifieds, which would be great. And there might be a new decal. Well, I know another buddy of mine, and I think that was Pop, if he's still here. He's working on window. Yes. Yes, because the last motor we got claimed, a friend of mine went running around and said we were running the 406, and it was just a standard bore 350 with a pair of double humped heads that were so wore out we didn't know if the exhaust bolts were going to stay in the manifolds long enough for the race. I mean, that's how bad those double humps were. And the guy's like, "Ha ha, I got your 406," and I'm like, "No, you didn't." And as it come up out of the car, he goes, "That ain't no 406. And my wife, low battery. I'm trying to finish this and we'll go. My wife looked at him and says, "Yeah, I know that's not no 406. She said, "I built it as a 350. He took it home and never ran that motor. He took it home, pulled the heads off, and stuck it on the corner. So, anyway, it's saying I got low battery again, so thanks again, everybody. Y'all take care, and we'll see you next Sunday, and I'll make sure the battery's charged up a lot better. So, and I thank you all for the well wishes and the concerns. It's nice to know somebody does care. And you just, oh, hi, bike contest. Didn't see you here. Sorry. So if I've missed anybody, I'm sorry, but thank you for all coming by and hanging out with me. I enjoyed it. So y'all take care. All right, Mike. Oh, Russ, you made her back. You have a great week, and keep up the great work on your Camaros. Can't wait for your videos, Russ. You and Acer Eric are doing great on your cars. I hope I can do 1/10 of what you guys are doing to yours when I get on mine. So, all right, we gotta go. Thanks, everybody. Oh, God, he's running his motors backwards. Okay. All right.